New Zealand's Bay of Plenty, home to beaches, surf, native forests and massive pine plantations. And of course, home to kiwi fruit. This is round 5 of the Brian Green Property Group New Zealand Rally Championship. Round 4, Daybreaker Rally, had been difficult for championship leader Robbie Stokes, right from stage 2. An overheating gearbox saw the Canterbury driver retire, and with it, his points lead was gone.
Had a bit of car troubles off the start line, and car died about 100 metres in, so yeah, did the rest of the stage with no anti-lag and stuff.
Hayden Padden continued to do his best to make up points after missing round 1, securing another victory and taking the championship challenge to Ben Hunt.
Beautifully done from Padden.
Hunt was tactical in his approach to this event, knowing that he just needs to continue finishing second to stay ahead of Padden. With Stokes out of the event, Hunt established himself in second place in stage 2. He was facing a tough challenge from junior driver Zeal Jones. This is Jones's first season in the top category, driving an older model Skoda Fabia R5. But the young driver stayed within 45 seconds of Hunt for the entire day to score his first NZRC podium. Emma Gilmore had been close to challenging Jones, but lost out on the final stage in tricky conditions, eventually finishing 5th behind Aussie Brendan Reeves. Daybreaker also saw Dylan Thompson take a big step toward defending his two-wheel drive crown. After an early battle with Jack Stokes, Thompson would end the day 2.5 minutes clear of the competition.
3 right, 20.
So heading to round 5, it's Ben Hunt with an 18-point lead over Hayden Padden. Robbie Stokes slips back to 3rd, just ahead of Zeal Jones and Emma Gilmore. Dylan Thompson slips up into 6th, ahead of Jack Hawkswood and Jack Stokes.
The Battery Town Rally Bay of Plenty would be based in the port city of Tauranga, using roads to the south and west of the city. Cars and drivers gathered on Friday evening for the ceremonial start, a relaxed atmosphere, but plenty to think about for the drivers competing for class and overall honours.
Championship-wise, there's obviously a bit of a gap to bend, so we're just obviously turning up to the rallies and doing the best job we can, and all we can focus on is trying to take the maximum points and have a good, clean rally, and obviously to enjoy it as well. We're rallying on the best roads in the world, so we want to enjoy it.
It's a cool rally actually. It's got a bit of everything. Campbell Road's really fast, but the rest of them have a good flow to them and tight and technical, and pretty wide roads. It does narrow a little bit in Manawahei, but yeah, it's pretty cool going through Manawahei, and then you get on the fast bit of tarmac, and yeah, it's cool.
Robbie Stokes lost the championship lead at Daybreaker Rally, but he hadn't given up the fight.
Yeah, well, apparently I'm out of the contention, but I say it's not over until the last stage of Whangarei, so yeah, bring it on. We'll never give up. We'll be at all the rallies and enjoying it, and the team having fun and all that, so yeah, bring it on.
For Emma Gilmore, the season so far has been about coming to terms with how fast these WRC2 cars are.
Oh, it's such a great battle. It's been really good this year for me, getting more mileage in the Citroen and getting out there and being able to come out and do these North Island events. I haven't actually rallied in the North Island for quite some time, so really enjoying being back up here and being back in the Bay of Plenty.
After a breakthrough podium at round 4, Zeal Jones is now back with an even bigger opportunity to impress his backers.
It's an awesome opportunity to be offered an invitation over to Japan with Toyota Gazoo Racing Global and doing a shot with the WRC Challenge program. So we're going to head over there in about 2 weeks' time on the 22nd of October and spend a week over there, and they're going to evaluate me and put me through a full process, and hopefully we can keep on getting through into the program. But it's a long process, but we just got to keep working it and hope for the best.
Dylan Thompson has a 30-point lead in the NZRC two-wheel drive class.
It was real good having Bryn up there and Jack up north for the first time, so he's just getting used to it. But no, the class is always awesome and there's always good competition.
But young Canterbury driver Jack Stokes has shown he could put pressure on Thompson.
There's a bit of everything this weekend. There's a bit more fast stuff than I was sort of anticipating, but then there's the stuff like Manawahei is just magic. So really looking forward to it. Hopefully we can match that pace and maybe even beat it, but we'll see.
The cars are waved away from the ceremonial start and will attack the stages the next day. The rally features 12 stages, with the longest just 25 kilometres, so a real sprint format. The first of 2 short stages south of Tauranga, with a mix of public road and forestry, then Special Stage 3 Campbell in the Western Bay of Plenty, service at Matata on the coast, and then Stage 4 Manawahei Road, a famous WRC stage. 2 more stages before the next service, then 5 more stages, including a repeat of the Manawahei stage as the power stage, a sprint around Tech Park, and the final stage a reverse of Special Stage 1. Saturday morning in clear, cool conditions at the start of the first sprint stage. Blair Parr tells this will be a high-pressure event.
Absolutely, Budgie, with 12 shorter special stages. The pressure's really on. Those 1 or 2 seconds that you can lose off the start line are multiplied. So many opportunities to make a mistake and so few opportunities to get them back.
Keep hard left, 120.
Padden's still sitting second in the points. Even if he wins here against Ben Hunt, the championship will go to the final round.
6 minus 50.
Padden sets the pace with a 4 minutes 20.5. Ben Hunt doesn't need to worry about Padden. His pressure will come from the chasing pack.
Ben knows that chasing down Hayden on pure speed's going to be hard, but he's got that points advantage in his favour. He knows he's got to keep ahead of the chasing pack to keep things in his control. And just look at these road conditions. Not a lot of gravel on them, even a little bit of dust coming up, but you can still see that damper colour in the road. Perfect conditions for rally driving.
Hunt's time, 4 minutes 32.9. Robbie Stokes hoping for a better start to this rally after a frustrating time at Daybreaker.
And Robbie knows that just one little slip-up with the car or the driving from either of those guys in front, he's right back in this fight. So he's got to keep the pressure on.
Break 30, 4 left, don't. Into long 6 right.
Stokes second fastest, 1.2 seconds clear of Hunt, so a good start. Zeal Jones' season has just steadily improved and rewarded with a podium at the Daybreaker Rally. Jones just shy of 2 seconds slower than Hunt. A strong showing by Emma Gilmore at round 4, and we can expect more at this rally as she comes to term with a Citroen WRC 2 car.
Opens 7, crest hug. Opens 30. Short 7 left, 5 right, hug.
Emma just a couple of seconds back in 5th. Stuart Reid had a piston failure at round 4, so great to see the Aussie back for the Bay Rally.
And here's a graphic example of just how hard the drivers are having to work. These may be short stages, but they're very demanding.
40, fast 8 left line 50.
Also back this time from New Caledonia, Eugene Crunet and Philippe Delroux in the Mirage AP4. Stage 2 would take the cars through the outskirts of Tech Park, a recreational area on the outskirts of Tauranga that is home to motorsport, mountain biking, shooting, equestrian, even model aircraft flying. The cars will return to the park at the end of the day to use the rally sprint course, but for now it's another 12-kilometre blast. Padden slightly extending his lead here with another win. Hunt was able to claim second place from Stokes here, taking 7.2 seconds off the Ford driver. Stokes dropping to 3rd, while Emma Gilmore improving to 4th here. A small moment at the start of the stage saw Zeal Jones drop to 6th behind Reid after this.
So after 3 stages, it's Padden with a 45-second lead over Hunt. But that battle between Stokes, Gilmore and Jones, who's dropped back with that spin, is going to be intense for the rest of the day.
there's a bit of loose gravel out there, so just trying to keep it clean and neat. And okay, we're looking forward to Manawahei, the next one. That's obviously the historical stage of the rally. So yeah, a few more corners in there, and we'll suit us better.
Into the first K of stage 2, I just overcooked it and misjudged my braking point and just did a massive spin into a sequence of corners, and then we basically did a 3-point turn and lost a good chunk of time there. So it was a little bit frustrating, and I just struggled to get back in the rhythm after that. But in the last one, it was better. I just changed up some of the settings, and yeah, better balance for us, and we just got to go keep making those steps up from losing my confidence, and then yeah, go do it again in the next one. I think the Manawahei will really suit us.
Yeah, we've still got the same issues as last rally and the rally before, so we're just sort of managing that. It makes it pretty hard to commit to anything, so we're not even anywhere close to what our potential is. Just a few little problems that add up to be big problems, and yeah, that's where the time loss is, but hopefully we can fix it now and have another crack.
The car feels really good. Malcolm and I are enjoying the stages. It was just, they're tricky stages. They don't really sort of flow the same as some of the other rallies we've had, so it's just really listening to the pace notes. I'm sort of trying to drive the car a little bit differently, just trying to kind of stay up a gear and keep the momentum a bit more. So I'm putting a lot of brain power into that, so I'm not always listening to Malcolm, so it's a bit of, just getting into the groove again.
4 entries to the NZRC two-wheel drive class, led away by defending champion Dylan Thompson. Thompson had faced a strong challenge at round 4 from the older car of Jack Stokes. Here he'd have to rely on his experience to stay at the front of the field on these short sprint stages.
And with the early morning start, now we're 15 cars back. Look at that sunstrike. That's going to be a real challenge for these guys.
8 left over small brow.
But this morning the challenge would come from Bryn Jones in his identical Fiesta Rally 4. Jones had a 3.5 second lead over Thompson going into stage 2, but a small error would change all of that.
30, long 5 left plus 50. Oh, carry on. No, go, go, go. You're good. Quick. You still got to go, 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 go. Nah. Nah, get out.
Jack Stokes trailed Thompson by 3.8 seconds on stage 1, but closed that gap to less than a second with stage 2 win.
Kings 40, 7 right minus, ahead 100, 7 right minus 100, 7 left minus, into short 6.
Tim Mackesy, 3 seconds slower than Stokes on special stage 1, really starting to come to terms with his new car.
6 right
Thompson able to
minus,
take advantage
80.
on the fast stage 3 Campbell, where his car is better suited than the older Fiesta of Stokes.
7 left, 60, 6 right, kinks over 120, braking, half 6 right into 6 left, slow to 30 Ks.
So with Jones out with bent steering, Thompson heads to service with a 13.4 second lead on Stokes. Mackesy another 15 seconds back in third. Jones would rejoin to go for the power stage points on stage 8. Coming up, we look back in NZRC history and a bumper entry in the Rally Challenge at the Battery Town Rally of Bay of Plenty. Yes, Manawahei Road has some real history in New Zealand rallying, and we'll be on that stage next. But this year we're running in the opposite direction, so our feature stage position is here on Mackayver Road. At 24.7 kilometres, this is the longest stage of the rally. It was cut short last year by flooding, but now running in its full length. Hayden Paddon doing what he does best and choosing this stage to make a break on the field, taking 37 seconds off the rest of the group here.
And there's a lot to manage, as you see, as he comes down towards our spectator junction here. Plenty of crowd on hand, but that transition from gravel onto tarmac can be quite tricky. And then there's a whole change of mindset because you've got to look after the gravel tyres. They move around so much on the tarmac.
But remember that Ben Hunt just has to keep scoring podium places to stay ahead of Paddon in the championship race.
And watch the different line here. He uses a lot more of the road on the entry and the exit compared to Paddon. Looks like he's really on for a strong time here to cement that second place. This is coming off the tarmac onto the gravel through the infamous helicopter corner. Oh, that's a big moment there for Ben. on a right rear puncture. That's disastrous for Hunt. This could have huge implications in the championship. We've seen that battle behind. The chasing pack is very close.
Crosses the line, 1 minute 40 down on Paddon. Ouch. Robbie Stokes having more issues, and it's costing him over a second to K.
And on this next straight, you can hear that he's having to get out of the throttle in between gear changes. Just watch the car dip. They're only tenths of a second, but tenths of a second all add up.
Long 2 left minus 30.
And just check the change in nature on the stage. We've just come off big, wide, fast tarmac. Now look at it. Narrow, tight, demanding gravel roads. No wonder it's one of the favourite stages right across the country.
Emma Gilmore, though, was suddenly promoted to second on the stage.
This is a culmination of a lot of things for Emma. She's really coming to grips with the car, the co-driver. She's getting a bit of luck going her way. But that pack's still chasing hard. She's going to have to fight for this right the way home.
On to gravel. High, 3 left. 40. Keep it in. Fast, 5 right, very long, opens crest.
Zeal Jones also moving ahead of both Hunt and Stokes, now up to third.
And Zeal's now had a life. He got away with that spin, but he's got to make sure he doesn't make those mistakes again, because the opportunity for another podium finish is right there for the taking.
The stage also proving difficult for Stuart Reid. The Mirage was now just in rear-wheel drive. He'd lose 3 minutes, dropping to 7th behind Krune.
And everything about these cars is designed to spin all 4 wheels. So when all that power's just going to the rear in a short little car, very tricky to drive. You can absolutely understand why he's looped that one.
Krune upping the pace now and making a great stab at this tricky corner.
It's great to see these guys back in a car and building back into it. It's been 5 months since we've seen them behind the wheel of a rally car.
Stage 5, just 9 kilometres, but Paddon managing to pull another 10 seconds on the field.
5 left, 5 left, plus 40. Glide, 5 right, opens, 20, flat, 5 left plus OK, 80.
Emma Gilmore had a scare with a half spin here, just off the start of the stage.
And a 4 left plus nips. Keep going. 4 left plus nips. And a 4 right plus hug. 4 right plus hug.
But Stokes would push here, and after Emma's mistake, would close the gap to just 5 seconds, moving past Jones in the process.
And true to his word, he is not giving up this battle. He knows that he's got to keep the pressure on the guys in front of him if he wants to stay in the fight for the championship.
Flat 7 right. And flat 7 right continues over crest.
On stage 6, the positions were reversed, with Jones coming back to move just 0.4 ahead of Stokes. Hunt starting to make up time, still in 5th, but now within striking distance of Stokes.
And he absolutely knows how crucial every position he can get back is going to be. He knows he needs to keep in control of his own destiny going to the final round of the championship.
And on the final stage in this group, once again Robbie Stokes moving ahead of Jones, but the gap just 1.9 seconds.
And how great is this ding-dong battle? There's still plenty of mileage to go. Expect this one to be a cracker right across the day.
So at the service, Paddon has extended his lead to 2 minutes 33 over Gilmore. Stokes just 6.9 seconds back in 3rd, only 1.9 clear of Jones, with Hunt 15.3 back in 5th. Unfortunately, Reid was out with a broken axle, so Krune up to 6th. The morning stages would see more drama in the NZRC two-wheel drive class. Dylan Thompson started to stretch the legs of the R4 Fiesta on stage 4.
And as the experienced driver of the class, Dylan knows how important it is to just manage the pace, just keep eking it away rather than trying to go for one-stage glory.
6 left over crest, bumpy, open 7, over 100 and 80.
You can see how gentle his inputs are on the tarmac here.
7 over 100.
Really trying not to
80.
overexcite the tyre.
And 6 left into.
Jack Stokes only 5.8 seconds slower here, but was slowly losing ground to Thompson.
And that's impressive enough. This little car's down on the power of the Rally 4s through these big tarmac straights, and that new bit of aero won't be helping. That's a big air brake with the hatch open.
Into long,
Unfortunately, all of that ended on stage 5.
Good save.
Well, he was lucky to get away with that one. He's done well there. You can see he's absolutely pushing on the limit.
Straight and 7 right, 7 left class. Into long, 7 left.
You can see there the car just overcorrects a little bit, then he's out wide, and from there's no coming back. It hits the berm and bang, straight into the bank, and a branch on the windscreen just for good measure.
Also out after stage 4, Tim Mackesy, who retired with a gearbox issue, leaving Thompson on his own, although Bryn Jones would rejoin for the power stage.
And it's a tough break for Tim. He'd been managing no third gear, as you can see there, but eventually it all fell apart.
Of the 3 entries in the open two-wheel drive class, Dave Strong enjoyed another successful rally. He led from start to finish in the Honda Jazz. The challenge for Strong, though, was that he did not finish round 1, so the points lead is still held by Willie Hawes, who was happy to be second again.
And for Willie, this is absolutely playing the smart game. He got that points advantage after round 1 at Otago, and he's absolutely playing the smart game, playing the long game to secure an open two-wheel drive championship.
Murray Percival having a few issues early in the day.
And it sounds like they're just not getting that car to run clean from the low end. Passed by a rotary too, that's every Escort driver's worst nightmare.
Anthony Jones had joined the historic class for this event in his Escort. He won stage 1, but on stage 2 stopped to help son Bryn get his car going again, costing him 7 minutes. Paul Fraser took the lead and held on for another 5 stages before Jones finally moved back to the lead.
And for Paul, he knows where his battle is. For the historic championship this year, it's with the Camerons. He won't be too worried about what the Joneses are doing.
Mike and Helen Cameron briefly held second, but struck problems on stage 4 when the Mitsubishi dropped to 3 cylinders.
And this really is the embodiment of classic rallying. It's about survival, it's about being at the finish.
Lost the roll pin out of the bottom of the gear lever, and we had to do the old farmer trick, put the pop rivet in and start squeezing the pop rivet till it wouldn't go any further. And now we're down to 3.5 cylinders. I think we've got a vacuum leak somewhere, so we've got no, well, the brakes are going off and the car's not sounding a 4-cylinder Mitsubishi anymore.
Well, it's all on for you, so hopefully you can fix it in service, right?
Oh, we're going to have a look at it. Otherwise, we still keep on going.
In the end, it was Jones first, Fraser second, and the Camerons surviving with a broken rocker to finish third.
So confirming the two-wheel drive results, it was Dave Strong leading home Willie Hawes. Anthony Jones the first of the historics after stopping to help son Bryn, leading home Paul Fraser, Murray Percival just pipping Mike Cameron.
Coming up, it's the Rally Challenge on the roads made famous by the great Colin McRae. Welcome back to the round 5 of the Brian Green Property Group New Zealand Rally Championship. This is Battery Town Rally, Bay of Plenty. 10 cars were entered in the Rally Challenge here. With Andrew Graves choosing to sit out the round, Caleb McDonald was the top seed in his Evo 6.
And the format of the Rally Challenge is slightly different. While in the championship classes all 6 rounds count for points, these guys score from 3 of the first 5 rounds plus the final.
And then 4 left long, sun, 7 right plus, 30, 6 left.
McDonald held the lead through the morning stages to arrive at the service just 2.1 seconds ahead of Gavin Feast. Feast had passed Carter Strang on stage 3 to move to second place, but here on stage 4 the gap was just 2.4 seconds.
And this has seen a big step up from Gavin on home turf. Unfortunately, he's had a run of rotten luck throughout the middle of the championship, but he's really on the pace here.
Strang has no experience on North Island roads, so this is new territory for the Southern man.
And he's done plenty of rallying in the South Island, but this is his first time joining the Brian Green Property Group New Zealand Rally Championship, and with that comes travelling to the other island. It's great to see him make the trip north.
The competition in the class was intense, with less than a minute from 2nd to 8th. Behind Strang, Andy Martin had stepped back from his VW R5 to his older Subaru, just 3.3 seconds back and forth, putting plenty of pressure on the top 3. Watching and hearing Jay Pidham's Subaru on the stage certainly brings back memories of 1995 and Colin McRae in the Pro Drive Subaru. Pidhams and Martin would battle for 4th place all morning. Vanuatu driver Julian Longley had experienced Kiwi co-driver JD Blair alongside for this event. The pair were in strong position in 6th, under 10 seconds the gap to Pidhams.
And Julian's gelling well with Janie. His regular co-driver Ben Hubin is competing in the all-comers section of the rally, so it's a great opportunity for him to work with a new co-driver.
James McDonald, the sole Subaru H6 driver here, but having a great battle with Phil Macquarie in the WRX, despite battling electrical gremlins.
James has been a standout performer all year in what's the entry-level four-wheel drive car. He and Jay Pidhams will be battling hard, as they have been all year, for the Group A Class 2 for the older four-wheel drive cars.
The gap between the two was never more than 10 seconds over the morning stages, with Macquarie finally getting the upper hand on stage 7 to move past as they went to the second service.
And Phil's another driver that calls this his home rally. It's great to see the region so well represented in the Rally Challenge class. Phil's definitely coming up to speed with the Rally Challenge.
So Caleb McDonald leads from Carter Strang, but just look at that battle for 4th, less than 2 seconds between Martin and Pidhams. In the two-wheel drive Rally Challenge, just 2 cars competing, defending series champion Jared Parker and the Toyota Vitz of Pat Norris. It should have been an easy win for Parker when Norris retired at the first service, but a broken rear suspension arm made for a challenging day.
And right through the South Island, Jared's whole campaign was built on consistently building his speed without making mistakes. Unfortunately, he had a gearbox problem at Daybreaker that put him out early, so he'll be looking to maximise his points here at Bay of Plenty.
Right tightens 6 minus long over crest, 50.
Norris returned for the power stage and collected 4 points.
And his team have done what they have to do to get this car patched up so it can compete. Those 4 bonus points in the power stage could be crucial by year's end.
But Parker's battle was to keep the car going and stay ahead with maximum lateness as they held the rear suspension together with a tie-down, which needed to be refitted after every stage. They made it across the line just to take the win and the applause of their fellow competitors.
They were also battling a crushed fuel filler pipe, so they couldn't put fuel in the car after the accident, and it ran out just as they came to the ramp.
Special Stage 8, Power Stage. The field now 7 as Phil Macquarie retired early in the stage with a gearbox failure. Caleb McDonald held his lead and won the Power Stage here to take 5 points. In fact, he would win all the remaining stages of the day.
Left in junction at tarmac, 4 right.
Not so lucky for the other McDonald in the field though, James crashing heavily after this stage and retiring on stage 9. Carter Strang had established a 37-second buffer on third place Gavin Feast, scoring 4 points here on the Power Stage and finishing second at the end of the day.
And Carter's solid result sees him go to the final round in third place in the class, just behind Caleb McDonald, and these two have been battling all season.
Gavin Feast and Andy Martin separated by less than 10 seconds through the afternoon stages. BB, what a battle. Andy took the 3 points on the Power Stage.
And these two are great mates, so there's so much on the line. Championship points, rally results, most importantly bragging rights and who's buying the first round.
In the end, it came down to the final stage, Martin losing out with a final stage time 8 seconds slower. That time was enough to give Feast third place by 9.7 seconds. Jay Podium scored 2 points on the Power Stage and finished 5th in class, which keeps him in with a chance for the title at the final round. He also topped the Group A standings for the older four-wheel drive cars. Julian Longley, the final finisher, but only 25 seconds down on Podium's at the end, so a really close battle throughout this class today.
So confirming, Caleb McDonald takes his first Rally Challenge win over Carter Strang. Check out that close battle between Gavin Feast and Andy Martin for third, with Jay Podium's not far behind either, and Julian Longley is on their heels.
Coming up, Ben Hunt fights back after his puncture on the Battery Town Rally Bay of Plenty. Welcome back to the Brian Green Property Group New Zealand Rally Championship. Stage 8, the Power Stage, a repeat of the Manawa Hayes stage. Hayden Paddon's time in the morning had set a new record, 16 minutes 47.8.
And he'll be looking to improve that time. He knows that the 5 bonus points is what he needs to take to keep his championship hopes alive.
End of stage, the time is 16:24.9, so 23 seconds faster. Ben Hunt next through, and he'll be trying to get back into second place after the morning puncture.
And those points are crucial for Ben as well. He doesn't know how far back up this leaderboard he can get. He's sitting 5th at the moment.
Hunt's time, 17 minutes 1.3. Robbie Stokes had lost time in the service, so running down the order with a 3-minute 50 penalty. Stokes third fastest in the stage, so he gets 3 bonus points. Emma Gilmore now looking like she could defend her second place.
And this is a totally different Emma to what we'd seen at the start of the season. You could see at Daybreaker the confidence was returning, and if she can secure this position, it'll be a massive boost.
4 right, and a short 4 left. 6 right opens, and a short right. 7 left over finish, Titans.
Emma finishes at 17 minutes 7.2, 1.2 seconds down on Stokes. Zeal Jones was only 7.9 down on Gilmore going into the stage, but he was 1.8 seconds slower here, so Gilmore gets 2 points and Zeal 1. Stuart Reid had returned for the Power Stage after his team changed an axle on the Mitsubishi Mirage. Reid was 6th fastest.
Into small brow, 1 right, you.
Off.
Into
While Eugene Crudet was 7th on his championship return. While Dylan Thompson was the sole NZRC two-wheel drive car left running in the rally, Bryn Jones was able to repair his steering and come back out for the Power Stage.
Keep pushing. 50, flat 7 left.
Jones's time of 18 minutes 28.4, carving 23 seconds off the morning stage time. But Thompson was even faster, securing the 5 bonus power stage points.
Right, hug exit, 60.
Thompson was able to cruise to a deserved rally finish, and with those 5 bonus points secured, he and co-driver Baden Thompson claim another two-wheel drive championship title with a round left to run.
We're saying on the way in, we never thought we'd wrap the championship up here twice because we weren't planning on doing it today. So, no, we're pretty stoked about that, and yeah, it was a good day.
With stage 9 cancelled after an accident and stage 11 affected by flooding, just 2 stages remain to decide the winner of Battery Town Rally Bay of Plenty. A solid run after their break in the championship for Eugene Crunet and Philippe Delroux.
And their smiling faces have been a welcome sight back around the service park. These guys really enjoy coming to New Zealand to do their rallying.
Robbie Stokes third fastest on stage 10 and second on stage 12, but it was not enough to overcome his late service penalty. He'd have to settle for 5th place. Zeal Jones had a puncture after hitting a rock on stage 10 and was lucky to only lose a minute, but that dropped him out of the podium to 4th place.
And now managing this is a real struggle, as you can see. Not helped by a short, sharp shower, you can see the conditions totally different this afternoon.
Ben Hunt needed to get all the points he could at this round to keep his championship lead and the hope of beating Padden to the title at the final. He may well have caught Jones anyway, but was relieved to at least secure 3rd place after Jones slowed.
And it's a great fight back from Ben. Second in the power stage, 3rd in the rally means he's only 2 points off what he was really chasing. That championship fight is still in his control.
Emma Gilmore had held 2nd place since stage 4, having defended all day from first Stokes and then Jones as they tried to get within reach.
Yeah, 4 left, tightens 3. Double.
But this had been a mature drive, a half spin on stage 2, the only blip in a faultless day in which she had secured her first NZRC podium in 8 years and put herself in contention for an NZRC podium at Whangarei. But in the end it was Hayden Padden who delivered another great performance, although not without a final stage skier. A slow puncture on the final stage costing him 25 seconds, but with the hard work done during the day, the win was secure and he and co-driver Jared Hudson have given themselves the best possible chance to win the NZRC title at Whangarei. So confirming the results, it was Padden first, then Emma Gilmore holding on by just 9.5 seconds to a charging Ben Hunt, Jones dropping to 4th, Robbie Stokes holding on for 5th, and Eugene Crunet 6th.
Yeah, it was all about just taking maximum points. So once we got that power stage done and dusted today, it was just about getting it to the end. And okay, we had a punch on the last one. So other than that, it's been a good clean day and keeping out of trouble. So yep. So obviously down to the last rally now, and yeah, a lot to play for.
Yeah, it's an amazing day. Really enjoyed the roads. Car was awesome. Just really felt I'd sort of got the hang of the car a bit after Ashley Forest, and so I was looking forward to this weekend. And yeah, it was awesome. I mean, Ollie, main mechanic, he did an awesome job looking after the car from Padden Rally Sport crew, and then Malcolm, you know, we've really gelled. It was sort of still getting used to each other in Daybreaker, and you know, he doesn't know what I'm capable of, and just that whole gelling thing. So yeah, it was awesome.
First 2 or 3 stages were pretty good, and then obviously rolled a tyre off the bead and Manuel Hay did 12k on a rim basically, so lost about a minute I guess. I think Tony said I haven't actually looked at any results, but yeah, made it pretty hard to claw back through, but hard day in the office, but still had a lot of fun.
New Zealand Championship points, Ben Hunt still leads on 132, Padden second, 12 points behind, with Emma Gilmore and Zeal Jones now closing on Robbie Stokes. In two-wheel drive, Dylan Thompson confirmed as NZRC two-wheel drive champion from Jack Stokes and Tim Mackesy. Willie Hawes leads the open two-wheel drives, 26 points clear of Dave Strong, with Paul Fraser leading the historics. Next up, it's Rally Whangarei, which will double as the Asia Pacific Rally Championship final.